What's up, guys? Birdwagon here. Today I'm going to be running you through my belt setup. This is, I would call it a battle belt slash match belt slash gray man belt, preparedness belt, whatever you want to call it. This belt, I believe, does everything that I will ever need to do and maybe more. And I do think that at the end of the day, belt setups are shooter's preference, but I think this ultimately will work well for basically anybody. So don't take my word for it. Check it out, see if you like it. And at the end of the day, shooter's preference and make your own decisions. All right, so getting into it, here's what we have here. It's a belt. It's a two-part belt. It has an inner and an outer belt. This is the outer belt. This is the S-Tac Advanced Shooters Belt, 1.75 inches. Super nice belt. I've had it 5 years. It is in multicam because multicam's all the rage. It does come with super sturdy Cobra buckles up front that I love. So we will start at the 12 o'clock and work our way clockwise. So we've got the Cobra buckle, then we've got this is either a Blue Force gear or Blue Alpha gear tourniquet holder. I have it goon taped and zip tied onto the front of the belt here. So it gives me these elastic bands. I stick tourniquets in here sometimes. You can put a Kimlite bundle. Sometimes you can stick like a shot timer or something in there, really whatever you want, followed by just a little gun show knife, little fighting knife, bushcraft knife, whatever you need it to be. It is locked in there super tight. I have the zip ties like cinched so that this doesn't just fall out. So it's not something that's going to ever slide out whenever you don't want it to, right? And then holster, I run the Hellhound Arms Cerberus holster. I ran Safariland for years and I wanted to try something different. I wanted to maintain a level of retention that I knew was going to keep my gun safe and in my holster. But with the Safarilands and me starting to shoot USPSA and steel challenge things where I need to draw faster, I didn't like having to defeat the retention. So I found the Hellhound Arms Cerberus here. Super neat setup. It's mine is Coyote Kydex wrapped in multicam. He installed the QLS fork from it factory, which goes right onto my UBL mid-ride adapter here. So I like this because I've got the hood. So if we're doing carbine stuff or running around the hoods, whatever it may be, we've got a hood. Our gun's not going to come out. Once you drop that hood, your gun is free to pull out of this. So you don't have to pull any kind of retention. You don't have to hit this button to draw your gun unless the hood is up. So I really like this because it keeps a duty level style retention, but gives you some quickness at matches or things like that. Or if you're just doing pistol drills on your own, it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So I really like that. And then the Safariland UBL mid ride. You guys have seen this forever, and my QLS receiver on there. Everyone knows what this is, so I'm not going to go into it. There are newer products, potentially even better products, but I've been running the UBL for like 6 years now, and I just don't see a reason to change it. I love it. I love that I can just slap all my holsters on, which you can do with other systems as well. But I just really like that. And then on the rear here, we've got the Blue Force Gear Micro Trauma Kit. I'm not going to blow this out right now. I'll make a separate video doing that. But it's got chest seals, I believe decompression needle, gauze, quick clot, gloves, basically everything you need for a miniature IFAK. And then this is the Blue Force Gear hanger. So this just attaches through the one loop of the micro trauma kit, which is just around the belt. As you can see there, it's one wrap. I think it's the easiest way to attach stuff to belts, especially two-part belts, because you retain that Velcro to put it on your inner belt. So this is just their hanger, holds a tourniquet, super tight. You're not going to just lose it. And then you can also stuff shears in the back. So I like to do that. And then about my 7 o'clock is the S-Tac mini Skittles bag. This is just a dump pouch. It doesn't have any kind of like drawstring or any way to close it unless it's rolled up. It does have a spot here where you can stow the strap for it. I like this. I've had this one 5 years now, and it's really, I mean, it's maintained its shape excellent. There's a few nicks and tears on here from just normal wear and tear use. But this thing is sweet because it holds two Nalgene's, holds your phone, camera equipment, loose mags, empty mags. as well as it will actually hold 6 loaded AR mags vertically. So if you found yourself needing to plus up a bunch of mags and didn't have any mag holders for them, you can put 6 loaded mags in this thing. So I really like that. It holds everything I need it to hold. It rolls up nice and tight when I don't need it, and it maintains a good rigid structure when I do need it. As well as it's got some weep holes there for water to get out of it if that ever becomes an issue. Then right in front of that, I've got a STAC single rifle mag pouch. This is the mid-length ones. I don't like the tall ones because I can't get as much purchase on the mag, so I run the single ones here. I like the ones with the MOLLE on the outside because you can stick a pocket knife in there. You can stick a chem light in there, Sharpie in there for the range, basically whatever you want. I like to keep MOLLE. You could also just put extra pouches on it if you felt the need to. Canteen pouch or something with MOLLE on there, nice. Holds these nice and tight. This pouch specifically, I've had 5 or 6 years, and it is still perfect, good to go. If you ever leave these in like a hot car or something like that, you can always just take the inserts out, heat them back up, bend them into shape, and you're good to go. And then I have 3 pistol pouches here. So I have the STAC double angled pouch with the sewn in magnet, which I really like for doing that right there, or multi-tool pocket knife. You can stick literally anything metal to it. So I run the angled ones because I think it gets it out of the way of a plate carrier quite a bit. It gets it out of the way of your side armor or cummerbund, whatever you have drooping down, as well as it just, my hand naturally falls here and I can come up and reload without making a bunch of wasted movements. So I like that. I just got this double about a month ago, but I've been running it and I really dig it. If you ever wanted to run 2 pistol mags, you could always stick your flashlight or your multi-tool in one of these, in the back one or the front one, however you choose. And then the front one is just the same thing, but it's a single pouch. I like the single pouch a lot. It doesn't have a Tegris backer like the double pouch does, but I can kind of cant it a little bit better at some different angles. So that's something that sometimes I mess around with and just see how I like it. But if you look at those things, they just sit nice, man. I really, really dig those STAC pouches. Most of the stuff on here is STAC, if not Blue Force gear. And then I just got a little carabiner, a little cheap dollar store carabiner. I think it was like actually $1. It's just stuck on the belt keeper there. Hang my Nalgene on it, hang my gloves on it, whatever I need to do. And it does everything I need. So that's my belt setup, guys. There are other things you could do. You know, you could add a GP pouch and some extra space if you felt the need to. You could add a double rifle mag like I see a lot of guys do. I haven't, but I kind of like where things are situated. So if I was to add a second rifle mag, I'd have to kind of shift some stuff over, and that's fine. I've just grown comfortable where this stuff is. So I do have some unused space, but I don't think that every single inch of your belt needs to be used. But if you can use it and you use that space for something you actually need, I think that's important. So thanks, guys. That's my belt setup. Let me know down below if you have any questions or comments about how I have mine set up or how you would do it. I'd love to hear feedback on that. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Birdwagon channel. Thanks a lot, guys.